everybody, my name is Jozinnah on Cupcake Cuddles channel, and today I am going to be baking pumpkin spice cupcakes with butterscotch frosting. The things you'll need are 3 eggs, a beater, cupcake liners, a piping bag for your frosting, spice cake box cake, a clear bowl or any kind of bowl to mix your ingredients in, measuring cups, and a cupcake pan. So first I put my cake mix into the bowl, and then I cracked my 3 eggs into the bowl, which is one of the wet ingredients. Then I'll be pouring 1 cup of water, 1/4 cup of canola oil or vegetable oil, any type of oil. And now I'm just going to blend my mix, and I'll be back when I'm done. And now I am putting my cupcake liners into my cupcake pan. And I am using gold ones for my cupcakes today, which will be very delicious. Trust me, I've tried them before. The next thing you want to do is put your batter in your cupcake liners. Obviously, what's a cupcake without cupcake liners, hey? Oh, silly me. I forgot to say to preheat your oven on 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now we are going to move on onto the butterscotch frosting, now that we have our cupcakes into our oven. The things you need for your butterscotch frosting are butter, dark brown sugar or any kind, confectioner's sugar, which is powdered sugar, a clear bowl, well, not really, vanilla flavor extract, and heavy cream. I use a ShopRite kind. And lastly, a piping bag and measuring cups. Okay, so now that I'm done showing you the ingredients, you have to put in 1/4 cup of butter, which is 4 tablespoons, and melt the butter in a heavy saucepan over medium-low heat. Now I'm just gonna let the butter shimmer until all of the butter is melted into the saucepan. Okay, so add 1/3 cup of brown sugar and stir constantly with a wooden spoon until it is all melted into the butter. After 2 to 3 minutes, the sugar will melt and mixture will become smooth, then begin to bubble. Once this happens, carefully add cream and stir for another 2 minutes. So remove the pan from heat and let cool for 5 minutes, stirring frequently. Okay, so my spice cupcakes are done and ready to get out of the oven. So I'm just gonna pop those out of the oven and put them on the table and wait for them to cool. Hopefully they'll taste good. Now add 1.5 cup of confectioner's sugar to your butter and sugar mixture. Now add 1.5 tablespoon of vanilla extract to your mixture. It'll add so much flavor. Now I'm just gonna mix it until it thickens up, and yeah, so I'll be back with you once it's done. And it tastes really sweet, and I don't really know what to do. So off camera, I just added a little bit of heavy cream, and that helped. So if your frosting is too sweet, add some more heavy cream. Okay, so I'm adding the heavy cream that I was talking about in the last scene, and I tasted it, and I wasn't really satisfied with the taste. So I added a little bit of melted butter, and the sugary flavor just went away. It's nice and savory now. So right now my hands are very messy, but I am scooping my homemade frosting into my piping bag, which is also called a decorating bag or a squeeze bag. And here's what I found out. I didn't put it in the fridge to cool because I was like copying it off of like a little recipe on www.food.com, and it said nothing to put in the fridge. My mom told me to put it in the fridge. Thanks to her, everything turned out great in the next future. This was just a disappointment. The frosting was going everywhere and it was melting on my cupcakes. Okay, so the cupcakes didn't really turn out how I wanted it to be, but the frosting kind of turned out too moist. So, so I kept some of the cupcakes plain so that I can put in a caramel filling and then the frosting. I hope the frosting still works, because I really worked hard on it. And if you want to do the frosting, go on this website. I'll put it right here so you can go check it out. Okay, so here's the thing that I tried. I put some of the frosting inside of my piping bag and then put it in the fridge so that it could cool and kind of build its shape a little so that we'll be able to frost the other cupcakes. But I'm really disappointed on how the cupcakes turned out. So we're moving on to the next step. Now I am getting my caramel melts, which are called salted caramel candy wafers that I got from AC Moore. So I'm putting my caramel melts in a microwave safe bowl, and guess what happened? The plastic bowl has burnt on the bottom, so do not use this kind of bowl. Use kind of like a little cup, okay? Not like the cups like blah blah blah. You know what I mean. So I'm just putting my microwavable caramel in the microwave for 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I put little holes with my fingers in the leftover cupcakes for my caramel filling. Okay guys, so I have a Ziploc bag and I have my caramel melted, and I'm putting that in my Ziploc bag, and yeah, so I'm just putting that in my Ziploc bag, and then I'm gonna get some scissors and cut it. so that it can be like a little tiny clear piping bag that you made like at home, like where you're like practicing, but be careful, it's hot. So I'm just scooping out the excess, and yeah. Okay, so now I am cutting the Ziploc bag and then just pushing the caramel bag to the side. And now I am filling my cupcake with the caramel, and it just made a big mess. Look at that. Okay, so I'm looking in the fridge for my frosting. I'm getting that out since I let it cool a little in the fridge. So yeah. I am now trying my second attempt with the frosting. I had a little trouble putting it on at first because it was too cold. But then I just like pushed all of the frosting down because it was like all over the place. And it worked. Finally, God gave me the strength for the cupcake frosting to finally work. And if you guys were wondering what frosting tip I used or whatever you guys call that, I got number 418. So now I'm just finishing my last fancy cupcake. Very pretty, and I have a lot of baking skills for a 9-year-old. Alright, so guys, I picked 2 of my favorite cupcakes, which were the 3 out of the 3 that I frosted correctly this time, and that solution worked very well. I put my frosting in the fridge and it cooled, and it got a good shape. So we're gonna drizzle a little bit of caramel on top of your 2 favorites. So this time, instead of melting it plain, I'm gonna add a little bit of milk to get that liquidy texture. So guys, I have my milk and caramel melts in my microwave, and I'm gonna let that melt, and then I'm gonna put it in my piping bag, or I'm gonna put it in one of those Ziploc bags. But here are my 2 favorite cupcakes. They look really pretty. And yeah, so hopefully you guys watch my videos, because I really work hard on my videos. This is my first one, so please, no hate comments. Please. Thank you. Alright guys, so I have my Ziploc bag and I have my milk caramel. But this is what I did. I drained my milk and just added the caramel. And the caramel doesn't have to be really smooth, but if you want it to be like really smooth, it's your cupcakes. But this is how I smooth my caramel. So firstly, this looks like puke. But secondly, I just do this, just spread it around the little bag till just with my fingers, I pound the caramel, or caramel, however you guys pronounce it. Just pat it a little bit, and boom, it's smooth. taking 2 caramel melts, unmelted, and I'm going to just stick them in my 2 cupcakes. This one and this one. So guys, I'm going to be tasting my cupcakes that I have made, and they're really good. So please give this video a thumbs up. Comment down what you want me to make next, and subscribe. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video of mine. Thank you. Later.